If you guys didn't see the announcements, I'm doing a experiment where I'm gonna take the retest. So I'm gonna take the retest of the retest on an eval account, and I'm gonna kind of compare how many points can I be up this week taking the retest and not taking the close above. So I'll kind of compare at the end of the week, but every single trade I take on the live account, I'll just compare the two. So yeah, I think this is a great play. I know. I mean, is this a good? Do you think this would be a good business decision? Back tested it. What do you find? You want 10 points or more? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I want to back test it myself. Again, does everyone understand kind of why this is a good long right here? If it's inversed. It's because we swept these lows. We're delivering from this. We're delivering from this. And it's a singular fair value gap. It's pretty obvious. And there's kind of engineered liquidity up here. The only thing is this. Would you regret taking this if it was a loss? I mean, I wouldn't regret taking it lightly, but I mean, there's news, so technically I would regret it. So again, I'm just gonna stay out. I'll watch it. It looks good. If you don't have the rules that you don't want to trade before news comes out, then take it. Okay, this is a great setup in my opinion. Really up to you. I will take this on an eval account. I'm just not gonna take it in my live account. I think it's a really good play still. Again, this is kind of the play I'm shooting for right here. And you could put a hard stop below this OB, so. Yeah, I'll go over London session in a second. I want to see how this plays out first. I'm about to take this on an eval account. Did anyone trade London today? Nice. Yeah, I'll review London session in a second. CL looks kind of CL looks pretty bullish here just because we are delivering off of this. And we kind of swept sell side here. And like in hindsight, when I look at the market in hindsight, it's like, okay, in hindsight, we barely swept this low. So what does that tell me about this? This just tells me this is more bullish. Uh-oh. Bitcoin broke out of the wedge. I'm just kidding. So it doesn't even look like we're going to close over this, which is fine. All right, let me go over London real quick. Doesn't look like this is going to trigger. So, I mean, London was okay. I woke up in the middle of the night and I checked it. I mean, the only decent play I saw that I would have taken was probably this. And the reason I like this is because, again, we were delivering, like we swept these really, really quickly. And yeah, we made equal lows, but I mean, this was just so quick where this is bound to be a free trade, like this candle, if you entered on this close. So, I mean, that was the best way to be, even though they had equal lows. Even this play was fine. I mean, the risk reward was horrible for this one. So this one, if you took the candle close here, you would have moved your stop break even here, and you would have scaled some. And this was about a 714. See, this is only 7 points. Do I want 7 points? Hell no, right? So probably wouldn't have scaled there, but you're going to see. I mean, this was really the play. And then even this one right here, this was just really textbook right here as well. So I mean, you got 1, 2, 3 setups that I would have played during London. Probably not this one, to be honest. I don't know. This wasn't even during London, but did anyone take any of these right there? Looks like we are about to get this closed, so I will enter. You know what? I think I am gonna enter on this account. I'll just go 3 contracts, but I think it's worth it to try. Again, I know we have news at 10, but I mean LR. I mean, again, I wouldn't regret taking this with 3 contracts just to see, but I am still taking this in my eval account. I'm gonna market order this one probably. On the eval, I'm gonna try waiting for the retest, which is probably not gonna give it to me, but. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna get in there. So again, I'm gonna move my south break even if we get here. Again, I think this is, with 3 contracts, it's worth it in my opinion. I mean, it's up to you obviously, but we'll see. It's only 3 contracts, so I'm not really risking that much. Again, this is a pretty high momentum candle, I would say, so. And I'm getting in on the retest if it gives it to me for the eval, so. I don't think it's going to, but be all right. This volatility is not the greatest. Like you can see if we hit here, this is 4 points. I'm not selling for 4 points. So, I mean, it's probably gonna have to be a break-even trade if I had to guess. But it's worth a try because it's like, okay, if it's a break-even trade, that's fine. So if we punch through this high, move south break-even. Okay, so south break-even there. It's probably gonna be a break-even trade, but it was still worth a try in my opinion. So do it for like 10 points here. So there's a stop. Again, nothing you can really do about that. Again, this is worth the try for sure. I know it's gonna be a free trade. Okay, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I just if that worked up to here, I would have regretted not taking that. So I did take it. Again, because the close right here is so close to this internal liquidity, it's hard not to get stop break even. But why wouldn't you want to try a trade where you almost know it's gonna be break even trade? Like it's a free trade. It's like you go to the restaurant, you get something for free. Like it's just like I don't know how to explain it. So I knew this would probably be a free trade, which is why I took it. Small chance of it being a win just because of volatility and where the candle closed. But I mean I liked it. And the lowest you could have got in was here in this wick. Okay, so this was the lowest possible spot you could have got in, which still has not stopped out or break even, but if it does, then and I feel fine with getting out. But again, there's almost like no risk to taking this trade in my opinion because I know it's gonna be a break even trade. Well, I'm 99% sure, obviously. Yeah, there's just almost no risk to taking a trade like this. It's just so worth it. Yeah, now you wouldn't take the retest. So because we hit the internal liquidity, you would not take the retest. Is anyone still holding on like an account they don't care about? I mean, that's fine. Again, this is an account I care about. So again, I'm gonna trade how I trade, and it doesn't really matter. But again, do you all understand why like I will take this light even before news? Like this is what do I say? Like liquidity sweep and the fair value gap delivery are the best possible setup you can get. So because we had both, I felt like it was worth trying. Right? Does that make sense to everyone? Kind of where the light bulb should kind of come in your head on that one. Or does it make sense why you should get the light bulb in your head? Again, it's everything I teach. It's the liquidity sweep and the fair value gap delivery. So this is just a really, really good play. Do you see any setups at 8 o'clock in the 3-minute? Let me see. No, this is just chop. We hit buy side, so I would have only shorted here. And the only setup I saw was if we violated this and then this, and they both worked nicely. So again, for me, this would be my final target. I would not hold past here. I mean, you never really. I don't really know the bias at the moment. I mean, I'm leaning bullish, obviously, as I said in the next commentary. But do I know if we're gonna go buy this? No, I don't. All right. Again, now my stop would like definitely be a break even. I mean, that's good enough of a move for it would definitely be a break even now. Also, if you did have like conviction, this is one of those plays where I wouldn't move my stop break even. If there wasn't news, I probably would not have moved my stop. But again, I'm on a live count. I'm trading before news. It's already risky as it is, so I'm just gonna take precautions before news, and I think that's the best business decision, right? As Austin said. So the 1 minute was not. You want to use the 2 minute in here. The 1 minute, there's two of them. I mean, I would not touch the 1 minute here. That's just me. So I would only use the 2 minute here. This is just really obvious. How often do you get a retest inverse? When I get it, not a lot. So that's actually a good idea. Yeah, you could write this up here. Am I doing one-on-ones yet? I've always done one-on-ones, bro. What's the plan for today? Plan right now is just to wait for the news. That's my plan. How do you make enough money trading minis? What do you mean by that? You just get in the position and you sell for profit. That's how. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. If you meant micros right now, so I'm on a funded account right now that I've gotten quite a few payouts on. So I do not trade minis on this funded account because if you get a lifetime funded account, you should not be trading micros unless you're up like 10,000 because it's in reality it's a 2,500. If you put $2,500 of your own money in an account, would you even touch minis? Hell no. I don't even think they would let you. So when I'm executing on stream, I generally just take micros, and on my personal I'll take minis, but I usually execute on this on screen or stream, which I've gotten quite a few payouts on, which I'm close to another one at the moment, but yeah, you do not want to be trading minis if your account's if it's under like $55,000 on an Apex account, do not trade minis. Okay, trust me. It's not smart. You're literally trading minis with a $2,500 account. You should at least have like a $10,000 threshold. I have it paired with ES. Also, why is this kind of a good high to shoot for? Yeah, it's a high before a fair value gap, and this fair value gap is unbalanced. And because of this and because of this momentum, we should go hit this high here. All right. We get open in 8 minutes, so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, Krish, I took this trade right here. I got stopped the break even though, because I don't want to mess with the market before news. Am I going to trade NASDAQ now during open? No, I'm going to wait till 10 o'clock. Yeah, so I mean, before the entry, we swept this low inside this fair value gap, which, as you know, it's a great liquidity pool. So we swept this low inside this fair value gap. We're delivering from a really obvious gap. It's very easy to see. The average trader can see it. And then we violate this very, very obvious gap. You can see this if you back away 10 feet from your screen. And yeah. And then we kind of get a ton of momentum with a close above with 2 order blocks here. Okay. So ton of momentum, 2 order blocks, close above, sweep of liquidity, delivery from an obvious fair value gap here. Target the next intermediate term high. That's all this is, all right? Yep, so no trades till news is done, and that's just how I always do it. Okay. Do I buy the inversion? Again, if you're asking me how I play the inversion, please just watch my YouTube videos. I'm not going to answer these all day. All right. I buy the inversion once we close above. All right. You don't know me? Probably not. I don't know. I don't really like London. It just moves too slow most of the time. Yeah, these streams are going to be recorded. So open in 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, London's either really good or just really, really slow, and it's just not fun to trade. So that's my take on London. We left equal highs up here as well. They're kind of mini, but this means we're probably going to wick back up. Again, I like to note these little things, okay? Just to kind of give me a sense of, okay, we left equal highs. I'm looking for some sort of move back up, or if we got a long setup, I wouldn't mind taking it. But obviously, we're going to have to wait till the news comes out. Yes, I slept. Don't worry. And this should hit. Who's still in this play? Okay. If you're in this play, what should you do now that it's 9:27? Yeah, please, before 9:30 hits, please set your stop break even. Does anyone remember what happened Friday? Does anyone remember that open on Friday? What happened? It just like really quickly went down, and you would have gotten wrecked. Yeah, Friday. What happened was it was a kind of a play like this. All right, so there's the final target. So there's a final target. If you're in, I'd be all out there. All right. Again, pretty good play. All right. Again, that's something that you guys should definitely be recognizing before I even point it out. All right. So that's just, you should be recognizing that. So now if we close above this, you didn't get it because it didn't have speed. So you don't think this candle right here is speed. I mean, this was a very fast candle, but that's just me. So where should we go if we inverse this? Yep, we should go to high of day. So buy side if 2-minute inverse. And again, this is another really obvious for value gap. This one isn't premium, so this is a little riskier to take. But it's still obvious enough to where I could see this being respected. And we're delivering off of here, so technically this is a market maker buy model here. But again, it does not matter if we don't inverse this. We have to inverse this. Okay, so we have to wait a whole nother 2 minutes here. So I got a lot of time and it's at market open, so. Why don't we go to the next wick at 5:14? Because this wick right here is inside of this. And do we know this is going to break for sure? Do we know this right here is going to break for sure? No, we don't. So I would only hold till here. If I saw this break, well, then I'd hold till here. Does that make sense? Oh, fuck. God damn it. I just left an order open on my Tradeify. Oh, my God. I did exactly what I did in the video. No shot. That's ironic. I got out for profit at least, but still. I forgot I left open the order on my Tradeify account. Oops. No, not my live account. I mean the 5 here is fine too. If we get the close over the 5 and the 2, I think I'd consider those both fine. Again, I'm already kind of leaning bullish here just because, again, momentum is very high here. But do we know for sure unless it's inverse? No. I mean, I can guess all I want, but does it matter if this is inverse? No, because I'm just, if this is inverse, that's objective. If this is inverse, that truly means, okay, we close over. That's objectively bullish. That can't be bearish. Right now, I'm just kind of guessing based off the momentum, based off of kind of the reaction we're getting. But you don't really know until either the 2-minute or the 5-minute inverse here. All right. Yeah, it's also probably, so it's a 3-minute too. I mean, you could use any of these to be honest. Again, neither have closed above, but see the 3 minutes holding. The 2-minute didn't close above. So it doesn't really matter for now, but again, I like labeling this like buy side if 2 minutes inversed. I mean, because I think it helps people and it just shows the logic in my trading. Like the logic in how I trade is extremely efficient and it's extremely smart. Yep, it's a clean 15-minute as well. So there's a close above. Again, I'm just tape reading. Just because of the news, but there's technically the long entry. That's not against your rules, right? Okay, so your stop would go to break even there. Again, I'm not trading this, I'm just tape reading. But we should go to here now. Just because that candle did close above. Little more. Come on. I'm hoping this hits without... I know a lot of people are in this right now, so I'm hoping it hits without stopping at break even. It'd be 15 points. Come on, you know you want to. Uh-oh. It doesn't look like it's gonna hit. And it would hit the break-even stop. So again, you're gonna see why I'm not trading. I would not, like, if I legitimately took that trade right now, again, I would not have sold there because I would have held till here. And again, do you think it's worth wasting your mental capital trying to trade before news, trying to catch these moves that are not even completing the whole way? Like, that's just another sign you don't want to be trading this. And again, I get that it's a free trade, so yeah, it is worth a try because it is a free trade there. But it's very like, especially before news, we get these seek and destroy conditions, and it's just the market doesn't deliver fully where you want. And yeah, it did go 10 points. Like, if you got in the close, that's what, 17,725. It went to 17,737. So it did go 10 points, which is good. But I probably would not have sold there if it were me and I was in the trade. Okay, I probably would have sold here. So I would not have, that would have been another break-even trade for me. And you can just see how many break-even trades that you would get, especially in a day like today where there's news at 10. So again, it's smarter to wait for the news. Okay, I understand you can catch plays before the news, but I mean, it's up to you. Again, I'm going to change this now. So this is going to be buy side if the 3-minute closes above. And the 5-minute did close above, and there was the retest. So, I mean, you can see the 3-minute body closed. And again, what I typically say is, if you're very confident in the bias, you can take the 3-minute close, even if the 2-minute didn't close. Like, in this situation, the 2-minute close above. So if you're confident in the bias and you think your bias right, then take it. You don't need to wait for a 3-minute. If the conditions are really, really choppy and really, really neutral, you have to wait for every single time frame. And in this case, the 5-minute closed above and the 2-minute closed above. So, I mean, I would have felt fine taking the 2-minute there. Obviously, it would have been a break-even trade, but so far the 3-minute is not closed above. And it might not, which is fine. We're just going to wait and watch. No, I would not have taken that play. Okay. If you're on a 50K account, you're not on a 50K account. You're on a $2,500 account. Hamoud. So trade micros. Again, minis are not worth trading. There's only two things you should be trading minis. Two accounts you should be trading minis. If you're on like an 100K and plus, then I would do minis. if you have a lot of funded accounts and you're trying to set up a trade copier, I would take minis. And the other one is if you're at least $10,000 above on a funded account of the trailing drawdown. Those are the only three things. Those are the only three ways you should trade minis. Yes, I would trade minis on 150K. I do like 5 to 7 micros usually. That's just me. So you can see the 3-minute did not close above there. So does that mean we're going to go to this high? No, it doesn't, because then it closed above, right? And this is just logic. And again, you can see me get like this. If you were targeting here and got south to break even here, would this have saved you? Yes, it would have. So another break even play that would have saved you from a 20-point dump. Which is why I like doing my break even method. Ugh. So do all the new people here kind of understand like my the break even kind of method I do and how that would have just saved you there? All right, good. Yeah, Mr. Market. So I changed it to, okay, now if the 2 minutes inversed, the bias would be here. Because the 2 minute got inversed and we hit this internal liquidity. So now the 2 minute, once this hits, the 2 minutes completely invalid. So this doesn't matter for the 2 minute anymore. Now it's all dependent on the 3 minute because the 3 minute respected here. So this is now buy side of 3 minute inverses. And again, here's a 1 minute long. I do admit this is a great long if we get it, but again, it's just we have news, so I'm not going to touch it. I'll tape read it, but and again, it doesn't matter if this isn't inversed. Yeah, even though we hit IRL in the 3 minute, did the 3 minute still respect this gap in hindsight? Yeah, it did. So if the 3 minute does close above this, which is the last time frame that needs to close above, then we should go to here. But it's only if we close above. Again, there's not really much else to say. There's 20 minutes till news. You know, a lot of times I look to the left here and kind of see, like, is there any equal lows that we haven't taken from overnight? I mean, the closest ones we got are right here, but they're not really equal. I will mark them, but not that equal. No, you don't understand. Again, this is very, very advanced. The 2 and the 5 closed above in this hit, and the 3 minute held to the tick. So what does that tell you about the 3 minute time frame here? Yeah, this is going to be your next important gap because it respecting the 3 minute. So that's why this is labeled this. Again, this is not easy to understand. It's not simple. It's unless you have the screen time to understand this. This is not. I can't teach you that. All right. Like it's almost like this is the critical one now. And again, you don't really run into this situation a lot, but it's still important to understand. Short if we inverse this 2 minute. Yeah, I think this is a good short if we inverse this. Again, I'm not touching it because of news, but still have it marked, still have it noted. Right. Again, these are kind of relative equal, so I'm just gonna have them marked, right? But do we truly know that the market's gonna go here unless we inverse this? No, we don't, because one, news, right? but we need to see a break of this in order for me to know we go here. And sometimes this is going to be lower target, sometimes it's going to be shorter target. Right now it's about 10 points if we inverse this. Again, you got to realize, like in the bigger picture right now, we're in between this fair value gap right here, which I already marked this morning, and I said, I'm like, I'm not holding runner's pass here because I don't know if we're truly going to break this. I don't know if we're truly going to break this 5 minute. Right? This is the obvious fair value gap that's holding price down. And I made a short about this over the weekend. And I said, if we're ever in between two obvious fair value gaps, which right here would be this one, and it would be this 15-minute one right here, or technically this 5, you're going to get this consolidation that's very difficult to trade. So I'm kind of waiting for one of them to break. Until then, I mean, there's really nothing to say. And you're just seeing the market kind of go low. We're not even taking out this liquidity here. Okay. Again, why are we not taking out this sell side? Because we don't, there's not really a big urge to right now, just because this sell side already took out another sell side inside of fair value gap. So this is not a great sell side to hold to if you did short. And so far the body's kind of, this is more of a hindsight thing. I see the body's reflected this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So this is the hindsight thing. So now I know in live time, if we do close above this, we should dump, because I see, okay, in hindsight, the body's held. So in live time, I know if we do close below this, I mean, we should dump. Okay. Let's see. And again, this is just all really algorithmic right here. Seems like there's a lot of new people in here. I would not suggest following my alerts if you're new here. Again, this is not a signal service anyways. I would definitely learn the first couple of weeks, but it's up to you. Probably the first month, but right now I'm just kind of setting conditions for myself, saying like, if this happens, this should happen, whatever, right? Is there an SMT? There's no SMT here. Oh wait, yeah, there is. Oh, there's an SMT with YM. I typically don't look at YM on like non-volatile days. So like on a Monday, I don't really care about YM too much. Yeah, if you guys are new here, just if you're following my alerts or whatever, or my plays I kind of call out, like you'll see me call out plays and I won't even take them. Obviously I took this one right here, but make sure you're demoing it and just seeing how you would see if you can follow them a demo first, because you need to know how to trade. Because I'll call it a trade and everyone else is in it, and you'll be like, "What, Dodgy didn't get in? Like, how does everyone else know?" It's because they've watched my YouTube and they've traded and they've been with me for a while. So, um, oh yeah, you're right. So there's a big SMT here with ES. So London lows were 456. NQ did not take them out. You can see, um, that ES did right here. So, and 450, the lows are creating ES. ES took them out, Lana didn't, or ENQ didn't. And again, I'm not basing my bias off that, but is it something to note if this 1 minute breaks? Yeah, because I know if this 1 minute breaks, I'm like, okay, well, we're coming off an SMT. This 1 minute breaks, I'll be bullish. How's RTY daily? Let me check. So you can see CL violated this, which means, you know, what happens next when CL violates this, right? A lot of momentum back down the sell side. Okay, everything I've taught on my YouTube. Check RTY real quick. Daily chart 50-50 for sure. Neither of these are broken. I would not. I don't even know. The problem is, if we break this, we could still bounce. I would be very, very bearish on the R2I daily if this broke. Like, I'd be bearish, like this would be the target, and then this would be the target. But I just think I wouldn't be doing my bias off the daily on a chart like this. I'd be doing my bias off like the 1 hour or the 4 hour, because you could probably get much better moves. Like right now, for example, I'd be bearish if we broke this hourly. So in RTY, like we have this really big obvious hourly. So if we broke this, then I want this right here, which relative equal lows. So NQ, no close above there. Dump the sell side. So this is where if we close below this, we should go to these lows. Okay. And probably these, I'm guessing. Dude, what the hell? I just heard stop filled again. I did not put these orders in. Dude, I'm so confused. I just got to stop filled again. I did not put these orders in. What in the world? Dude, I clicked exit all too. That's really weird. I kid you not, I clicked exit all. I have no idea what just happened. Dude, the market, they must have saw my video over the weekend. There's no shot that just happened. I may have clicked my hotkey. That might have been it. That is very, very weird. That never happened. It got out for profit again, but that's so weird. I'm not sure what's up with that. Yeah, that's really weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep having this drawn out. We got the news in 8 minutes. So it's kind of ranging between two obvious gaps. Nothing that I'm really enticed to trade right now. Did you guys understand the index commentary this morning? So what I said at index commentary was, I said leaning bullish, although this is not the most obvious for a rally gap. So what does this mean? Obviously, as you know, I don't think long positions just randomly in this. I wait for a shorter time frame or lower time frame long setup. Now you can see when we retrace back to this order block, this down close candle before that move, you can see, did we ever get anything even remotely close to a long setup right here when we retraced after I said that in this commentary? Was there any long setup here? Yeah, no. So just because the hourly inverse does not mean to just long, because there was no long setup here. What the long setup would have been this right here. If we violated this to the upside, again, that would have been a great long, but we did not. So even though it's kind of, sometimes even if you use the higher time frame bias, it's not going to matter because the lower time frame is not going to give you any opportunities. Have you ever taken a play in the lower time frame, even though you didn't even know the bias, but you're just basing it off of entering your liquidity on the lower time frame? Yeah, exactly. So kind of the same situation. We did not get any, like there was just no long setup here. Nothing to go along with the hourly being inversed. I mean, if we inverse this, I would have. But again, just because the hourly might seem bullish does not mean we're going to get a lower time frame long entry. We have to wait for that entry. Yeah, I really like this. Again, I'm not going to take it if we don't have the news, right? But I think this is obvious. I mean, stop is kind of big here, unfortunately, but I'd probably try targeting these highs. We got it. And then your stop would go to break even, like probably at the CE of this wick. No, the 2 minutes not obvious here. See, the 2 minutes just way too small. I'd rather use the 1 minute. Leopard, you in here? What do you think about this 1 minute? Yeah, we saw the SMT. And you can see the 5 minute body is still holding this as well. So again, is this truly sell side? No, because the 5 minute did not inverse this. Yep, there's really nothing else to say. We got Thursday in 4 minutes, so just chilling. Be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I did. I wash my hands too much, dude. My hands are cracking so bad. Like, I need to stop washing my hands. In a case like this, would this be? Yeah, you could try it, Joaquin. It's up to you. Might not get filled. Let me answer some DMs. I wait for this news. Oh. Okay, news in 40 seconds. So if this candle does close over, that's gonna be a gamble. Okay, so there's the news. So look at that. Okay, why do you want to trade before news? So you're gonna see that was the news candle. Big wick there. Looks bearish. Yeah, it doesn't mean a short. It just looks bearish. Doesn't. Yeah, the sell side doesn't matter unless we close below this. That's you got to remember that. All right. The body could still hold above this, and I still would not mind taking this long if we got it. So we'll just wait, and we'll wait, and we'll wait. Who's doing the homework right now where they're literally taking every single inversion they see on like a demo account? All right. I'm curious to see how that goes. So again, there's a homework assignment I did, which you can still do. You have to take every single inverse you see today. And you're gonna figure out, okay, which one's good, which one's not. Like, and it's on a demo account, obviously. But it's a little homework assignment I did, so I know you're joking, Moons. Wait, it was on demo? Yeah. Did you test between the retrace entry and the normal entry of the weekend? No. I'm doing that today. Yeah, this would be good, John. I mean, yeah, John. I mean, this would be fine to take, yeah. Especially if the 5-minute body holds. I don't think it will because there's equal lows right here, but yeah, I see. Again, we're just waiting for a signature price you like, all right? We should go hit these equal lows here. Okay, there they are. I can delete this. I'm going to go to here. And really what I'll be looking for is if we get some sort of reversal set up, all right? I'm not going to be looking for shorts down here, but we have this big giant FEG to the left. That's ideally where we'd look for it. And if we don't get it, then there's no trade for the day, right? Because I'm not shorting this low. Remember, the bias this week is all dependent on this. Okay. I'm not truly bearish for the week unless this is violated. So my goal right now is just to take long setups. That's my goal right now. So what am I kind of looking for when you sweep this right here? Yeah, I'm looking for a lack of displacement here, and I'm looking for a 1-minute or 5-minute inversion. So that's just really what I'm waiting for. Now, I can promise you I will not be trading today if we don't get that from here. because I'm not shorting right here, right? So I'm personally not taking a trade unless we get that. Again, you can take a trade, it doesn't matter, but obviously this is not a signal service, so it doesn't matter anyways, and you shouldn't care. But again, if we don't get what I want here, why would I want to take a trade? Not going to. Now, if the 5-minute violates this, where should we go? What level? Yeah, we should go to 606. Okay, right here. And only if the 5-minute close below this. And again, for the people doing the homework assignment, this is another inverse you should be shorting if it breaks, right? And again, does it matter if the body closes below? Nope. Yeah. So 1 hour BPR here, which, yeah, I mean, this is probably going to end up being the draw just based off this reaction we're kind of getting. And we just put in or hourly order block here. Oh, I'll watch it. Again, until I see a signature and price I like, I'm not going to be taking a setup. Right, just like Austin said yesterday. Is this a business or is this a hobby? Exactly, it's a business. We're going to be part of the 10% of traders who are not going to take urges. Who's gotten an urge today already? Who's gotten an urge to take a trade? Could you please, Lime, chill, bro. Again, if you're getting urges today, it's probably not good. All right. Also, if you're wondering why I think this is probably going to be the draw, it's like if you ever see a majorly unbalanced BPR like this, a lot of times this is a draw. So, I mean, I just think we're going to get this. No, yet. It's unbalanced. It's very obvious. Looks like we're about to put it in an order block, which a lot of time till the candle close. But yeah, I like the leopard point this out because I do think this is going to be the draw on liquidity, which if this is the draw on liquidity for yes, what's that going to do to NQ? Yeah, it's probably going to drag NQ down. So if you see it NQ set up, I probably would not recommend. Austin, yeah, Austin, we haven't taken a trade yet, and I told him like, do you want to just gamble a trade right now and be a part of the 10%, or do you want to treat it like a business and kind of wait till we get our setup? Moons, I would not have taken that 1 minute, bro. Especially when you see this. And the hourly will be there. I would not trust a long setup right now. This is the most obvious gap I see at the moment. Right, this is the one I'd be using, which again, not surprising it held, right? Just because, yes. All right, I'm gonna pull it down. remember, for the people doing the homework assignment, if this does get closed above or closed below, take that short. Yeah, I don't really like this 1 minute because I think the 3 minutes the obvious one in this situation. So again, I wouldn't take this. And there's a 3 minute. And then just the thing I said about ES. I mean, I don't really. I would prefer long if ES dropped into here. Very nice, Austin. Dow looks the cleanest today. Interesting. Really? Why? Because we're downtrending? Suppose. Even YM looks like it wants to go for the sell side, which would definitely make me cautious in longing NQ. So far, the bodies are holding this. Patience is key. What short am I looking at? I'm just telling people, the people doing the homework assignment that I posted should be shorting this inversion to the left here if we close below it. It's obvious enough to where I would try it. But if we don't get the close below, it's not going to matter. How many people feel no FOMO today and they're happy they're sitting on their hands right now? Based off Austin's talk yesterday. Awesome. Right, you should. Again, has anyone... So let me ask you this. And be completely honest. How many people have been revenge trading and losing today? They've already taken like 5 trades. Be serious. Okay, is there a reason why you guys are typing 1 right now? Come on, remember 10%, not 90%. You took that 1 minute accidentally? Okay, that's fine. If you're newer and you took this 1 minute, I don't blame you. It looked good from a 1 minute perspective. Obviously, the more experienced traders are probably not going to take this. Again, I didn't even want to touch it just because of ES. Right, and you can see ES should still keep going down here. See this? See all this dump on ES, right? This BPR is going to be important. It's going to be the draw. So if you're an experienced trader, you want to know not to take that because of ES. Okay. But if you're newer, I totally understand it. That's fine. That's fine trade to take. I do. Yeah, I trade the 30-second live count. So there's the YM sell side. Okay. We're inside of this for like now. So like a reversal, I think the best setup here would actually be an inversion on the 1 minute on YM. It would be this right here. See, I would be low-key tempted to take this in YM if this inverse. See how clean this looks right here? See how, like, if we get this, it would be the light bulb in your head? We swept sell side, very, like, singular for value gap. It's obvious. It's the biggest one since the dump here. Like, this would be what I want to see at IQ. So I'll watch this. Should I take it in YM? I don't think I've ever traded YM. I can try it. Wait, how many points does YM move per point? Okay, so just... Are you sure it's not $5 a point? It's 5. Okay, I thought it was 5. NQ is $20 per point. Yeah, I mean, if you're a YM trader, like this does not look. This looks A+ to me. All right. If we get it, obviously. Again, if we don't get it, it's not gonna matter. All right. So again, it doesn't even look like YM wants to break this, which is fine. Again, it's just keeping us out of trades, which is good because sitting in cash is a position. Not gonna take trades when I don't need to. And it looks like ES should hit this right now. We just create equal lows with it, and see, there it is. Boom. So again, that was a pretty obvious draw on ES. Now, I wouldn't mind taking a long setup, right? So we'll just wait and see. And for the people doing the homework, it does not look like it's actually give you an opportunity to get in here. Nope. So no opportunity to get in here. And for anyone wondering why, it's because we hit this internal low without. So when we close or when we broke this, we hit the internal low at the same time. So this would be totally invalid now to short this, right? Very nice, Yaga. That's a good trade. Even to the downside, was there any textbook inversion to the downside today? Even if you were bearish? I don't know the answer, but I mean, to me, it doesn't really look like it. Yeah, see, like it doesn't even. I mean, this was like the. See, this wasn't valid because of news. So this was the news candle. All right. I mean, even the 30-second, there's not really an obvious. What do you guys? Is there an obvious fair value gap to the short side that we could have taken even if the bias is bearish today? I don't think so. Yes, 5-minute. Let me check this out. Where in the 5-minute? Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's anything obvious. So again, it's fine. I mean, the only trade I took was a break-even trade, so obviously that doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not really anything too obvious today. Which is fine. Okay. Have we taken any losses so far? No, we have not. That's a good thing. And gun to my head, we will keep going lower here and hit this, as exactly as Reliable said. And why is this such a key level here to go hit? Yeah, it's a low inside of a fair value gap, right? And we're now on the south side of the curve, so we should hit this low. So I'm gonna take a short here. It's gonna look like this. All right, this is a 100% win rate play. And boom. So there's the target. And pretty easy chase there. Yeah, when you have that momentum, I know that's like a free trade and we're easily going to hit that. All right. That's just, that does not fail. All right. So there's that liquidity pool. And again, what were you kind of waiting for this morning? We were waiting for what to break. We were waiting for either one, this 5 minute to break, or two, this to break here. What one broke first? This one. And although it really didn't provide an entry, did it kind of give us the bias? Yes, it did. So you can just see why I kind of set these conditions up this morning, and it just shows you why it's so important to, okay, here's us chopping between two key gaps here and here. And what happens when we finally break one of them? Boom, all the way back down. And again, today, unfortunately, did not provide us clean entries. Oh, yeah, I was dead serious. I took that on eval account, bro. Yeah, I was dead serious. Again, it's in between 10 and 10:30, so I feel like that's a good chase. But yeah, like, again, you can see what happens when momentum picks up. Now, did we get a clean inversion entry? No, but that's fine. We saved ourselves some capital today. Perfectly fine with that. How much we get done. Did anyone take that Asia long setup yesterday? So I saw the Asia long, and I almost hopped in it. I was so close. I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I don't even remember the last time I traded Asia. Can you please point out the Asia long? Yeah, so go in index commentary. I pointed out the Asia long, and I said sarcastically, where was my alert? It's index commentary. I posted it last night. By the way, how has the stream been so far? For like, do not answer if you've been here for a while, because you know the streams, you know how the stream's been. Like, if you're new, how has the stream been so far? Good. What about this? What do you guys think? Good business decision to try it. No, I don't know. 1 minute instead of 30-second. Has anyone been trading long enough to where they? Here's what happens sometimes. Whenever we get a big dump, the first inversion sometimes tends to fail, and then it's the second inversion that works. Does anyone realize that? It's like we do this. It's a screen time thing for sure, but like, and then this is the inversion that works down here. So this fails. So I think I'm gonna, because of how much we just dumped, I think I'm gonna pass on this one, and I think if we get another one and this fails, and then we get another one, I'll try that one. Okay, that's what I'm really looking for here. Now, who's taking this anyways? Because they don't care what I say, and they think this is something I taught them. Perfect. That's awesome. Please take it if you think that. Okay, trust. If you think I taught you this, then you should be taking this trade. It doesn't matter. I'm not a signal service, guys. You have to do what you think I taught you. All right. That's how trading works. $708. $708. Yeah, I see him. Yeah. So again, if you think this is something I taught you, then please take this trade. Okay. Type 1 if you're going to take it. Again, what it's going to look like is it's going to be get in here and you're going to probably scale half at a 1-to-1. So scale half right here, which also lines up with this. And yes, you can try to hold runners though here. That's fine. Okay, so there's the close. All right. So again, if we hit here, your stop would go to break even. All right. And again, some people might be waiting for the 1 minute here. That's fine. There's not, again, I'm not getting in this one because I like what I said before, but there's not a right answer here. I would low key try the 30-second if it were me, because it's like, okay, we just hit the sell side. We should get at least a short term retracement to be able to move south to break even here. So I would get on the 30-second. That's just me. Okay. Okay, so there's the break even, right? So your stop should be to break even now. You did take it, and you're trying to target at least a 1-to-1 here without getting south break even first. Which would be here. Or you get south break even, that's fine too. Okay, so it would have been a break even play. Now, was it a losing trade? No. It was still a fine play in my opinion, but again, you can still see it's a break even trade, which is a good thing. All right. So now what am I kind of watching for educational purposes? What am I watching for educational purposes? Is the break even trade going to save you? Yep. And it's something I note. So how many people took that? And do not answer in chat. Okay, do not type in chat. I'm gonna write a message. All right, put a thumbs up if you took it and you sold everything at this high, and put a thumbs down if you didn't sell anything and you got stopped to break even. Oops. And then put a cap emoji if you totally executed it wrong and you're still holding in drawdown. Okay. Please do not react to... Dude, stop. Who's doing that? Amy, can you please time out Narlax? Time out for like 2 hours, please. So again, did you all understand kind of the reasoning behind this trade? Do a thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. On this dot. Again, stop saying the word blood. The 40-year-old people in here do not want to see the word blood. I'm being serious. We gotta be professional here. This is business, all right? So for the 13 people who voted thumbs down, D. Joe, Shane Reed, Francesco. I'm surprised Francesco said he didn't understand. Again, reasoning behind that long was again, we broke this right here. There's a 30-second. And what do you notice about this setup in particular, based off my YouTube video I posted the other day? What did I show in my YouTube video the other day? Yeah, we got a 1 minute OB here. So does that make the setup 10 times better? Yes, it does. So this down close candle we closed above it. So that was kind of the other reason why I kind of called this out. I'm like, okay, if you think it's something I taught you, then take it, right? I don't want to prevent you guys from taking these plays, because this is not a signal service. You should be coming here to learn, and based off your own discretion, you should see this alone. Now, even the 1 minute here gave a valid entry. You would have entered here. So it would have been a little worse than the 30-second entry, but it was still a valid entry. I mean, that was nice too. By the way, is anyone in this long right here? I'd move your stop break even on that candle. It's up to you, obviously, but yeah, I mean the OB there, yeah, I mean everything just lined up there. Okay, so what I'm really waiting for here now is, what did I say about this woman? I said whenever we get a huge dump, the first one tends to fail. So now if we get a dump here and then another inverse, I'm going to enter. Okay, that's my entry. Right, maybe we get like an SMT, something like that. That's where I'm gonna enter personally. Again, it's obviously up to you where you want to enter, but I have no control over that. So again, if we get another obvious gap here and inverse that gap, that's where I personally get in. Right. And again, what am I kind of looking for? I need to make sure it's obvious so someone new trading ICT can see it. Right. Would I hold till tomorrow if we reverse here? No. Jared, what do you want me to say again? So this would have been another break-even play, by the way, because we made a new internal high and hit it. And would this being get stopped out of break-even, would that have saved us here? Yep, it would have. Gonna see why the break-even price when a break-even is very important. Good, that's how it should. You should have gone stop the break-even for this. Oh, so whenever I see a huge dump and then the first inversion plan to play out, sometimes the first inversion does not work as much as you think. I always wait till kind of the second inversion we get, like maybe, and that's where we get like a manipulation leg. So we could get like a manipulation leg here and then get an inversion. I find those to be better than just slapping the first one. By the way, for the homework purposes, if you're doing the homework, this would be another one you should take right here. All right, only if you're doing the homework, obviously. For me, it's not. Personally, it's not obvious enough for me to take. And the other problem with this setup here is there's a 3 minute too. So when we see that 1 minute break above, the 3 minute stops us, which is why you put your stop break even, because if this 3 minute does stop us, what does that mean? That means we're probably going to go back down to low, and the 1 minute trade is going to be stopped break even. And when you do get stopped at break even, it's going to save you. All right, it will save you. That's why I got to do it. Again, the 5 minute NES. What do you think? Like, again, I'm sure Leopard agrees, but this looks really clean NES. Leopard, you would agree, right? All right, buddy. Yeah, so this looks really clean NES. Really just waiting now. One of these to break. Yeah, timeout leopard. All the signal bots are going are itching right now. They're like, dude, please take a trade. Please let me gamble. Dude, dude, when I learned the H pattern on Webull, that was the first time I've ever understood liquidity. I'm being dead serious. Like, and I'd be like, dude, this H pattern always takes us back to lower day. There's like I don't know. It was on Webull one time, like, and I started holding to lower day based off the H pattern. And I'm like, this is actually kind of like I have a target now. Like, I wasn't just guessing. And I didn't even understand what liquidity was at the time. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah. Checking the 4-hour RBs below. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for an SMT here if we get it. So far, we do not have an SMT. Again, for anyone wondering, like, what am I looking for in an SMT? I'm looking for one of these indexes to take this low and the other one not to take the low. And so far, all three have not hit the low. So, if we get an inversion and one of these hits the lows and then we get an inversion, that's the play I'm really looking for. Is anyone souping this right now? Are there any soup traders here souping this? Or waiting to soup is the question. And I don't trade soups. I'm just wondering. Not yet. All right. Again, I don't soup or anything, but Eater, what if you saw NQ take the low here? Would you wouldn't soup that with the S? With how it's looking right now? You would? Okay. Yeah, this is good PA. It's just we're not getting any of the textbook entries that I teach on my YouTube. That's the only issue with this PA. I mean, maybe besides that 30-second, which would have been a break-even trade. That was legitimately the only decent one I saw. Hindsight, yep. Breaker. Come on, give us an SMT here or something, man. Again, what's happening right now and why? What's happening and why? And boom, there's the low on NQ. So yeah, now let's see what happens. So I was expecting one of the indexes to hit the low. That's the key thing here. Why was I expecting at least one hit the low? Because if I'm looking for a reversal here, I want one of these to hit the low. And now I'm looking for an SMT. So would you guys agree if we got an SMT here, would this be a good long inversion? Right here. Yeah, I think so too. So if we hold the SMT here and get a long inversion here, I'm taking it. And that's going to be my trade for the day. That's going to be my only trade for the day. But that's just me. Now, what happens if we don't get the play here? What happens if we don't get the inversion here? No trade, yep. And I'm probably not going to take any trade the rest of the day if we don't get a trade here, which means I'm going to be 0 for 0, but that's fine. And again, I'm okay with that. I don't need to take a trade today. It's a Monday. But this would be the A+ setup if we got it. Again, doesn't look like we're going to get it clearly. Yeah, this just does not look like we're going to get it. And how do I know that? Well, look at the speed and displacement below low. Do you really think we're going to go back up here just based off displacement? I mean, we could, but again, it's not likely. Again, it doesn't really mean anything. I'm not going to take a trade base off it. I know, this would have been the best setup all day. If we got this would have been the best setup all day because SMT. But it looks like we're not going to get the setup. And I say this in every stream, but just because we have an SMT, does that mean to long? If we have a bullish SMT, does that mean to long? Yeah, we need the setup. This would have been the setup. If we closed above this, that would have been our A+ setup. Now, you have to be blind, but to answer this wrong, but did you see a candle close above this? Was there a candle close above this Fair gap? Exactly, no. And you'd have to be blind not to know that, but again, I'm trying to teach you guys, do not take a setup when the setup isn't there. This would have been the A+ setup. There was no close above. So can I take the setup? Nope. I sit out. I don't do anything. And that's it. Right? So now I'm looking. So something I always do this, and this is something you should be remembering. What do I do? Like, obviously you may have just seen it. Okay, what do I do whenever I'm looking for a long setup here and we heavily displace below this low? What do? I do this every single stream. If I'm looking for long and we don't get it and we heavily displace below this low, what do I always do? Yeah, why do I go to the higher time frame? Why do I go to the higher time frame? Yeah, because I feel like, okay, if we really displaced below this heavily, that means I'm probably missing something. What might I be missing? Yeah, I'm probably missing another target. And look here, sure enough, when I go to the 15-minute time frame here, what do we got here? We got an intermediate term low inside of a fair value gap, just like up here. So now that I've seen the heavily displacement below day and the market clearly didn't want to give us a long, I'm reevaluating my bias, and now I'm bearish till this low. And that's what I'm doing. That's objective. Like, this is an objective bias now. Like, this has to hit. Like, and again, the reason why is because we just displaced so heavily below this low. The market clearly didn't want to offer higher prices. So I'm missing something. I'm probably missing a target in the higher time frame. Sure enough, when I go to the 15-minute, I see another liquidity pool that we have momentum to. It's a very good liquidity pool inside of a fair value gap. So now I'm bearish until we hit this. All right. And again, is there probably any way for us to short this? No. I mean, if we get a bullish fair value gap up here and it's obvious enough to where if we break it, and I'll short it, but right now I'm not taking it. Yeah, exactly, Naughty. Exactly. VSFX, even though we're inside of an hourly fair value gap, we've already balanced this. So I just, the amount of times we've just gone here is, I'm 99.99% sure we go here right now. All right, because I've just seen this play out so much. After this hits, yeah, we could get a long setup, but like, whenever you see this fair value gap rebalance to the left already, I mean, we're gonna go here. Okay, that's what the market does, and that's what happens. So again, you should see this play out and go to the level, but what 3-minute are you talking about? Again, remember, the only way I'm gonna be truly bearish for the rest of the week is what? What would make me bearish the rest of the week for going into tomorrow? Yeah, if we inverse this or the 4-hour, I'm bearish. Again, I still cannot be sure, so I'm just kind of marking these targets. I'm not marking this sell side yet, okay, because I don't trust it yet. I don't have that conviction yet. I'll only like, and you got to realize, if this is inverse, we still have plenty of opportunity to get in. Plenty. This is a 200-point move down here. So just because we didn't catch anything good today, or most of us, does not mean that's the end of the world. That's fine. We still have plenty of opportunity. If this inverses and I wake up tomorrow and we're below this, we still have a ton of opportunity. That'll be good for us, right? Yep. So I see a 2-minute. What about it? Yep, 10%, not 90. Let's making smart business decisions here today. Good job. Not doing anything stupid. Making business decisions here. Yeah, the video from yesterday's posted. Copy this over here. Nice work, Side Trader. Good job. Very nice, Master Robo. So far, there's not really any obvious fair value gap we could even think about shorting if we do get a short here. Which is fine. We don't need one. We do get a short, I'm not going to go that heavy in it. Let me check it. I have no idea why this is here. Yeah, I have no idea, bro. Yeah, I don't really have any idea. I'm just looking for like equal lows or something. If we get this would be a good long. Singular fair value gap. So, I mean, I would look for this. If they got intermediate term high right here. But that's really the only thing. And then LR here. So I'd try this. But other than that, nothing. Leopard, what are you thinking? Yeah, that's what it seems like. When was the last time you didn't take a trade? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. This was the one that I would have loved to take. We never got it though, unfortunately. So again, see how I'm saving myself from losses? I mean, just we did not take any unnecessary losses today because why? Because nothing ever triggered. And that's okay. So, I mean, we could get something in the PM session. We'll see. But yeah, once kind of 11, 10 hits, I'm probably done. Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to say. There's not any obvious fair value gap here to even short back to the downside. Yeah, if who sat here and watched and literally took 0 trades all day? Is anyone feeling the FOMO? Type 2 if you're feeling the FOMO. Come on, Frank. Why you feel FOMO, man? Come on, Spaz. Come on, Martes, Eric, Rob. So I guess you're happy you never took you're mad you never took a loss. Yeah, exactly. We have the rest of the week. We don't need to rush anything. And here's the thing. I'm probably gonna take a setup later in my live account because we'll get something textbook and I'm not gonna try to take a live trade. I'm not gonna Like, I'm not going into this afternoon looking for a trade to take. I'll get a light bulb that goes off my head and I'll scalp something probably to go green in the day. Obviously, I will alert if it's quick enough, I will alert it, but there's gonna be some textbook conversion later probably. And then everyone in chat's gonna go boom, bang, whatever, and that's what always happens. But yeah, this morning there's not really any much opportunity. I would not. So again, someone in chat just said, "Is this is a decent setup to the lows, right?" This is guessing. We're shorting at a discount. This is not how I trade. It's not enough confirmation. Low win rate probably works 50% of the time. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Dude, is that a DTFX long? Luduwu? No. So today I would not trade lunch. I'd wait for PM. Why would I not trade lunch today? Yeah, because I mean we just got a big move in the AM. So yeah, I wouldn't touch lunch today. I'd look for a setup after 1:30. But yeah, no touching lunch today. And the move I would be looking for is even if we don't hit this low here. I mean, so here's the thing. There's a difference between signature and price and draw and liquidity. If we did inverse this 3-minute, would this still be clean enough for you to take even though we technically didn't take this low? Okay. I mean, for me, I'd say yes. I'd say yes. But that's just me. There's times when, yes, the draw and liquidity could be here, but this will still work because of what Leopard kind of talks about. Us retracing back to that 50% range, which from this high to this low, all right, this would be the 50% range. So I could still see this working. I'm not going to say much else about the setup, but the stop loss is huge. I mean, if we get an order block, it would be much better. But yeah, if it doesn't match your rules, it doesn't match your rules. The stop loss is for a lot of people. The stop loss is too big here. Now, again, I'm gonna go off stream here a little bit, but I want to ask you guys something. Again, I've said this in stream before, but have you ever taken so many trades that are just so mid, or you're just taking a bunch of trades and you're losing some, you're winning some, and then you're tired out, and then after you hit your max line drawdown, whatever, in the morning, you see a textbook setup in the afternoon, and you're like, oh, I wish I didn't pull my account because I would have taken this. Again, that's the mindset that I have right now. Like, so it feels good not trading right now because, yeah, we might get a textbook set in the afternoon. We still have all day. Like, again, we're just kind of waiting for the A+ signature that I teach on my YouTube, right? Which I have not seen yet. Besides, technically, the setup before open was good, but that was only one. So, again, I'm just kind of waiting for that setup right now. Oh, yeah, for sure, reliable. Again, and to recap, I saw 2 trades today that were good, in my opinion. I saw the trade before open, as we know, the 2-minute before open, which this was pretty good, and the 30-second long, or the 1-minute long right here. Those are really the only 2 trades I saw that were even worth taking. If you took any other trades besides this, I mean, even I guess this one too. So let's say 3 trades, and these 2 would have been either break even. This definitely would have been break even, maybe scaled here. So there's 3 trades that I saw that I liked today, and all 3 are All three were technically a break-even trade. If you took any other trades other than that, probably got more setting too. I didn't really see anything else I liked. Unless you gambled this. If you gamble this news, good for you. Not a good trade. You're gambling, but you do you. Amy, can you please time out Noah for 30 minutes? But yeah, I mean, I really only saw like again, and I pointed out all three trades in live time besides this one. I was talking for this one, but this one I pointed out, and then I obviously took the other one. But yeah, I mean, there's not really any other signature and price that was too clean today. Would you guys agree with me? I don't think I'm missing anything. Maybe before I got on live, but I'm only talking about since I got on live. I'm not missing anything. Again, there are only three in my opinion. The 1 minute fair value gap at 10:06 burnt you. 6. Yeah, this just wasn't valid. I mean, ES was dumping way too hard to the BPR at that point, so I just knew we'd go to the BPR. So yeah, I would have never taken that one. If you're newer, I could have seen why, but yeah, I just would not have trusted that one. Because at that point, we dumped, and I was kind of bearish at that point. I kind of flipped my bias to being bearish at that point. Pretty good setup, Jeff. Amy, I love that message. Yeah, I know. This 3 minute does suck. This is just too big of a stop. I mean, the signature and price itself is very good here, but the stop is just too big. Jeff, what trade did you take? So oh wait, Chef, can you come up and voice? We'll go over your trade. I think that'll be good for people. Want to request to speak? Yo, how's it going, man? How's it going? So good. So what loss did you take? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so and again, I'll say it over and over again, but I think this is a fine loss to take, especially for someone like you. You're kind of newer, right? Again, I didn't like it. One, I mean, if this 3 minute wasn't here, I probably would have liked it better. But the main reason for not taking a play like that is just when you see momentum, especially this OB and just momentum on ES or BPR, it's gonna hold on Q down. This is you will see a setup like this work probably 50% of the time. So it's not a terrible loss, but you'll see it work. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. So just make sure you're checking ES a little bit. Yeah. So that was your only trade you've taken? Okay. So, and I know you're someone who does revenge trade, so you haven't revenge traded? All right. Again, is it, and again, are you keeping track, like, are you telling yourself, is this a business or is this a hobby? Okay, good. So again, that's fine. Really good job. Okay, again, do not revenge trade. Trust me. I will literally ban you from my Discord if you revenge trade. Got it? So, thank you for going over loss. What do you think of the 1 minute fair value gap? If it closes above, let me check. Again, I'm not on the. Why am I not on the 1 minute time frame here? Yeah, too many fair value gaps. I'm sitting on the 3 minute. 3 minutes the cleanest. Although the stop loss is huge. Yeah, this is good, cowboy. I'm not sure what we look for in a BPR. What do we it's just I look for really this was a really obvious BPR. It wasn't balanced. I mean, it's just when this bearish and bullish for value gap line up, and this was pretty big, so I just thought it would be the draw. Check. What, right here? Yeah, I would say so. This is the mitigation block. Yeah, and so squints is one to revenge trade as well, so that's a good sign. Has anyone revenge traded in the past and today they just didn't because of the talk yesterday? Awesome, that's what you want. So John Silks, how has the stream been for you? Like, have you kind of been understanding, like, I am looking for entries, but we're not really getting any? Based off your kind of studies so far? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, how many of you guys have been marking the urges to by the way, I am going to paper trade. Dude, this is a lot of, see, this is going, the problem with this trade is this. It's going to work, I think. And again, I can take this in a live count and it's going to work. But is it a good stop loss? Not really. So do what you want here. I'm going to target here. It looks good. Again, I'm just going to paper trade. Obviously, the stop loss is way too big. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. There's nothing wrong with this. It looks good. The stop loss is too big. That's all it is. And most people are not going to want to have that big of a stop loss. So plus EV, are you going to take this? Are you taking this plus EV? I'm just kidding. Plus EV would never take this. What if you used a 1 minute? No, because what's the problem with using this 1 minute? What's the problem with using this 1 minute here? This, yeah, the stop loss could still, we could still come down here and still bounce. Exactly. So this does not make sense to use. For some reason, my chat was locked. Okay, that's weird. So do you all understand why this is a decent fair value gap to take, but it's not? I mean, again, I think it's going to work, but do you understand why this really isn't a good live account play? Just the stop loss. Your versus stop loss is a lot here, man. Like, that's just really the only reason. Is it an A+ setup? Yes, it is. And if you can handle a 40-point stop loss, then you should be taking this. It all depends on your size and your position and whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay. And again, I actually can't control that for you guys. Who's taking this play in their live account because I feel they don't care about the stop loss? Anyone? Okay. So you're okay. And again, I'm assuming you're sizing very light because you understand that okay, this 4-point stop loss. You can't take as many contracts as you used to do. Like if you're taking 10 contracts, you could probably take like 4 in this play. It all depends on how much you actually want to risk. And if I wanted to take, and if I only risk $500, I don't even think it would let me take. Yeah, it wouldn't even let me take a. It wouldn't even let me take a mini here. If I was risking $500 for a play like this, I would have to go in micro. See that? And it wouldn't even see. It doesn't even give me the quantity to do that. All right. So that's what sucks. Now I will say this: if we do have good price action, we won't pull back here. We'll just go straight up. But do you know that for sure? No. So your stop still has to go down here, right? You can't just. I mean, you could put a stop right here and gamble. I mean, this is almost like if you get stopped here, it's not an actually true stop. So you kind of regret it. But yeah, the true stop is obviously down here. No, I'm not taking this, bro. I'm demoing this. Okay, this is not a live account play for me. Just the stop loss is way too big. There's too many fair value gaps. No, I'm not taking this for a live account play. And I'm just sending this on demo to show you guys how to execute it. Yeah, and we're outside the kill zone, and AM was good price action, so we don't have to get good price action here. That's another thing. If the AM price action was bad, would probably be a better play as well. Leopard, what do you think? Okay. Okay. Again, that's just another reason to be demoing this. Or again, it doesn't matter. Again, I can't tell you guys how to trade. I can't tell you not to get in a live account. I can't tell you to demo. You're gonna have to figure that on your own. Like again, someone could have just taken this for like up in the live count. I don't know. I'm just kind of teaching you guys what my thought process, what I see, because I've been doing this for so long, and this is what I'm thinking. Okay, this is what I do. Okay? Again, if you're in, I'm moving the stop break even when you hit here, and again, I think I will take one contract off here. Right. So I will take one contract off here because it is 10 points, and we do have a bond auction. And the other one will go here. And again, could I move my south break even now? Yes, because we did make a new internal high and we did hit it. So technically, this would actually be the true south break even. But I'm on demo. I don't really care that much, so I'm just going to leave it. All right. But as you guys know, my rule, we made a new internal high and we hit that internal high. So this, if I was in a live account, this would be a break even trade for me. But I'm not in a live account. Don't have emotions attached to it. I'm trying to show you how to execute. So I would not move my south break even here. If you have emotions, that's a different story. And ES apparently just swept the high as well, so got to be careful. This was equal highs, so. So the bond auction is at 11:30. Weird. Weird. Usually it's at like what, 101? Yep. It's just so funny, like It's just so funny how this is the stop loss. I mean, that's a 2 contracts. That's $1,400, which most people are not going to be risking that. I mean, good for you if you do, but big stop. So I will. So I'm gonna put my south break even there. It's good enough for me. So there's the first take profit right there. All right. Again, now stop would definitely be a break even. And then again, final target would be up here. All right. And again, do I know if this is gonna hit? No. But is it worth it to hold runners because we did inverse at 3 minute? Yeah. Right. And again, that was what 16, 10. That was 12 points. Bad. Again, like I said, I can't tell you guys when to trade in a live account or when to trade in a demo account. Like I can't tell you that. Like you're gonna be comfortable with your own stop losses, your own positions. Like again, I always say like a Florida man, someone. So a Florida man. I'm assuming you took this on your live account. He's still in here. Like he's someone who will take a trade on the live account when I demo a trade because again, if they think it's something I've taught them, then they'll take another live count. Why would you not take this on a live count? If you're comfortable to stop and you think it's something I taught you, then again, it's just like ICT. ICT says to paper trade on FP days. Do I paper trade on FP days? No, I take it out. I go on my live counter on FP days because I have the experience and I'm profitable on NFP days on my live account. Right. So you don't have to listen to you don't have to listen to ICT. You don't have to listen to me. All right. It just depends on your experience and how you want to do. All right. Again, not, I mean, based off this displacement, not a high chance this hits without me getting south break even, but free trade, so I'll just keep it there. Yeah, this looks like a market maker my battle. That's what I'm thinking, Doc. Again, that's why I took the long. It looks like a buy model. Yes, it's valid, RA. But the bond auction in 30 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, good move so far. I like it. So there's that internal high right there. Again, can you scale here? Can you sell here? Yes, can. This is a scale spot. I only have one contract left though, so I have to put it up there because that's the last entry, fortunately. This hits, I probably will get off. And that's not good. So I'm actually going to trail my stop here. It's going to be if we close below this, I'm getting out. We'll see if I make the right choice here. Hello? All right, there we go. Sorry, my internet just was cutting off. So there's a close below. So again, I like to trail my stop there because, again, you can see, would this be a good short setup? Yeah, it probably would. So I'm getting out there. All right. Like, you don't want to see that close below because if I truly thought we're going to go here, well, this should hold. All right. So let's see if it saves us here. So my entry was here. And this is now a short setup. So let's see if it would have saved me or not. This would be, if you're shorting this, by the way, this would be the break even. Right. I just tried canceling that order like 50 times and I just want to cancel. Yeah, mine was not canceled. I think it was my internet. Okay, so there's the break even if you took the short. And I'm technically isn't a save. It has not saved me yet. Me getting stopped out. It would really save me if we go to like this right here. I don't think I would have gotten stopped. No, why market? Please don't do this to me. Please market, don't do this to me. This 30-second looks really good. So far the me trailing my stop there would not have helped me because I still would be in the play. Yeah, this looks really good for an inverse if you want to try this 30-second. Why not wait for 2-minute inverse to short? Listen, this 2-minute being inverse tells me we're going to go at least to here and then maybe low day. This 1-minute being inverse tells me we're at least going to go to here, which is the break even. So you can take this and then sets out the break even here or here. Okay, there we go. So me trailing my stop there would have saved me. I would have gotten stopped right there, I think. Let me see. Where'd I get in? Oh, maybe not. I got it at 17,610. Okay, never mind. Rip. So maybe not. We'll have to see. Again, do you get my logic of what I say? Like, if we inverse here, we should go at least to here. If we inverse here, we should at least go to here. And that's like the break even logic I do. So I can take this one and move south, break even, we hit there. Like, it just, that's the logic behind it. It depends on which one you're pointing out. All right, let's see. What did it save me? Let's go. So what it saved me? So you can see that's just a really good way to trail your stop because this was technically a short setup. Does everyone understand that? Type 1 if you understand that. Good. Yeah, dude, break evens are clutch. And you would have anti-scaled half there. Who took that on their live account and they executed it the same exact way I did? The same exact way. They took some here for the 12 points. Okay, so Reliable is a signal bot, Dragon's a signal bot, and Aloha Green's a signal bot. Reliable, check this out. So you guys are all signal bots apparently. And Zeton is a signal bot. Stop being signal bots, guys. Come on. We don't do signal bots here. A signal bot is someone who copies exactly what I do without they don't even know what they're doing. Dude, do you like that fill Reliable? Wasn't that a great fill? I just had a feeling. I had a feeling we'd project here, not hit here. Just a gut feeling. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why the 15. There was a 15-minute free rally gap there. So I was like, yeah, I don't know if we go hit this. Very nice dart. Kales, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. All right. Mike the Barbarian, any trades today? Oh, there he is. Okay. Good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go off here, guys. Good stream. Again, a lot of people when they join my premium, they're like, oh, this dude's strategy is so good. But I think the main thing I teach people is patient. Like, I'm being so patient here, man. Like, you just don't realize. I teach a lot more than just my IFEG setup. I teach other signatures and price I like, don't like, whatever it may be. Like, all right, Dragon, that was good. So again, we could still get a PM session set up. If I get off stream right now and you guys start revenge trading because you're like, oh, Dodgy's on stream, then you have work to do. The last thing I would try maybe is this, but that's the last thing. So that's it for today. Again, this is the first day in a while I've not taken. Wait, well I technically did. So the only trade I took in live count was this one right here. I didn't really go that heavy, but I mean, yeah, nothing you can do. 0 for 0 on the day, unfortunately. But yeah, this looks good as well. But I'm gonna get off now. Reliable, what's up? Again, if you find yourself confused today, you probably have a decent amount to learn. But again, it sometimes it takes like two months for people to kind of get into tact with how I trade, and I trade very logical, I trade very smart, and that's that. So, I mean, yeah. So, I'll see you guys later. I mean, maybe I'll hop in for the PM session. I don't know. The AM session was so good. So, again, I probably won't, but we'll see. Oh, it didn't even close above. Damn it. All right, well, I'm getting off here. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, peace. Make sure to check chat, and then next time, I'll probably post a few other things. How many people like actually look at next commentary here? Type 1 if you do, like, cause sometimes I don't know. All right, I just want to make sure that enough people are looking at it. If you don't know what it is, make sure you look at it. Okay, very important. If you're newer, there's like a thing at the top of the Discord and it says channels and roles. If you click it, you can select which channels you want to see. You may be missing some, so make sure you check it. Okay. But yeah, I know someone the other day, they literally said, they're like, I don't see this channel, and they didn't have it checked. It's like invisible for them, because if you don't check the channel, you're not gonna have it checked. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.